In this video, I'll be discussing all the companies that paid me in December, what that totals to for the month, and for the full year of 2020, which is the first year that I've been investing in this portfolio that you can see on screen now. What I'll also be discussing is the top stocks that paid me throughout the year of 2020 and my top holdings moving into 2021. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam, and on this channel, I make weekly videos talking about personal finance and investing topics, as well as monthly updates like the one I'm going to be doing today about my dividend portfolio journey and the decisions that I make in my dividend portfolio. So, if you guys like that kind of content, please make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video, and like the video so this video is pushed out to more people and it'll help the YouTube algorithm. And before we jump into the dividends received for this month, I just want to announce something new that's coming to these dividend portfolios in 2021. And that is, I'm going to be running a giveaway every single month throughout 2021. So in the comments of this video, I'm going to be asking you guys to guess my dividend income that I'll be receiving in January of 2021. And if you're the closest, you'll be able to receive one of my top favorite investing books, which you guys can find in the description below. So now let's pop over to the computer to discuss all the dividends that I received in December. On screen now, you can see the full dividend portfolio. And you can see over time, it has really began to grow very strongly as the weekly deposits of $150 have really begun to kick in and generate some decent dividends for us. And when we filter all the dividends for the month of December, we can see that we got paid by a bunch of different companies. So, starting with December 1st, we got paid $5.32 from Pfizer. Then on December 8th, Johnson & Johnson paid us $2.34. On December 10th, we got paid by Microsoft and Target, Microsoft paying us $1.11, and Target paying us $1.62. Then on the 15th, two more companies paid us, NextEra Energy, 64 cents, and Realty Income Corp paying us $2.72. Then 2 days later, Raytheon paid us $2.89. Waste Management paid us two dividends for some reason, both on December 18th for $1.60 and 14 cents. And one surprise dividend that I didn't expect to get was XLV, the healthcare ETF that we invested in midway through the month. And that paid us $3.62. And when you add all those up, the dividends that we received in December came out to $22, which is by far a record month for us. And one thing that I'm looking forward to right now is the ability to compare dividends year over year. So starting in April, which is the first year that I received a dividend payment in 2020, we'll be able to hopefully see continuous year over year growth in these dividends. Because comparing month to month, as you guys can see, to October to November can be very difficult, even if our dividend stream of income continues to grow, just because of the timing of those dividend payments. Now let's take a look at the dividend payers that paid me the most in 2020, starting with AT&T, who is the #1 payer for the year. They paid me 3 individual times each quarter. The first one in May of $4.51, $4.51 again in August, and then in November, they paid $5.58, bringing the total yearly payment to $14.60. Now, the last video that I made was on AT&T and some of the recent decisions that they made. So go check out that video if you want to learn more about the stock. The second company that paid me the most this year was Pfizer, right here. So they paid me 3 individual times as well. $2.88 in June, then in September, $3.46, and in December, $5.32. And then next up, for 2020, the third highest dividend payer for me was Realty Income Corp, the only monthly dividend paying stock on this list. Now, I started receiving dividends from them in July, and they've paid me every single month since I started owning them. 36 cents in July, $1.56 in August, $1.94 in September, October got $2.28, November $2.50, and in December $2.72. So, because you can see a monthly stream of income from them, you can actually see the monthly increases that I had deposited into that stock. So as I continue to deposit money into this stock, I should continue to see monthly dividend increases. And the fourth highest dividend paying stock for me in 2020 was JP Chase. In July, they paid me $3.39, and then in October, $7.93, which is the single largest dividend payment or the dividend receipt that I got in 2020. So now let's jump into the stocks that I have the highest amount of money invested in right now. Going into 2021, my largest holding is JP Chase. I own 9.7 shares of them at an average price of $97 per share. And at current prices, it's actually worth $1,321.01. And there's a couple reasons why I'm excited to hold this company moving into 2021. First of all, they have a 2.1% dividend yield, which is pretty good. It's a little bit above the market average. But they're the largest bank in the United States when ranked by total assets, and they're led by one of the most transformational CEOs out there that I know of, Jamie Dimon. Like most bank stocks, I think JP Chase is undervalued right now. They were recently part of the federal government's recent stress test in which they passed with flying colors. This will mean that they're going to be allowed to raise their dividend payment in 2021 and buy back shares, for which they've announced that they have a $30 billion buyback program that they're going to be doing in 2021, which equates to about 8% of the total market cap of the company. My second largest stock moving into 2021 is Store Capital. I own 35.4 shares of the company at an average price of $32 per share. Right now, I'm actually down in this position, but I'm excited to buy more into this company, and soon enough it will be my number one position in this portfolio. Right now, it has a current value of $1,107, but as my weekly deposits continue to be made, most of it will be funneled into this Store Capital position because my real estate slice is underweight, and the most underweight position in that real estate slice is Store Capital. So it'll soon eclipse JP Chase as those weekly deposits continue to compound into the stock. Store Capital is a REIT or real estate investment trust that focuses on leasing out single tenant buildings. They have a current yield of about 4.1%, and like JP Chase, I really like the CEO, Christopher Volk, who is in charge of this company. I think he's transformational and he really has his head on his shoulders correctly and thinks about problems the correct way. My third largest position moving into 2020 is healthcare ETF XLV. I own 7.8 shares and at a cost basis of $109 per share, which at current market prices gives it a value of $909. I recently sold all my individual holdings within healthcare because it's not really within my circle of competence, and I don't think learning that will give me as much return as really focusing on the areas that I understand well. They currently have a dividend yield of about 1.4%, and they have a relatively low expense ratio at 0.13%. Some of their largest holdings include Johnson & Johnson, which I just sold out of, United Health Group, Pfizer, which I also sold out of, and Merck. So by switching to this ETF, I continue to hold stock in those companies, but I also hold other companies within this ETF as well. My fourth largest position moving into 2021 is Realty Income Corp. I own 11.6 shares of the company at an average cost basis of $59 per share. At current prices, this is valued at $685, and like Store Capital, they're also a net loss for me right now, which will allow me to pick up shares in this company at cheaper prices. As I mentioned before, Realty Income Corp pays monthly dividends, and it's actually the only company in this portfolio that does this for me. They have a current yield of about 4.41%, and like Store Capital, they're also a REIT, or a real estate investment trust, but they focus on leasing towards more high-quality tenants at less favorable contract rates than Store. And then to finish this off, I have my fifth largest position as Microsoft. I own 3 shares of this company at an average cost basis of $213 per share. At current market prices, this gives my holding in Microsoft a $659 value. Now out of this top 5, Microsoft is the only company that I haven't done a full in-depth review of recently, so that is in the works for the next couple weeks. Microsoft has by far the lowest dividend yield out of my top 5 holdings at 0.9%. But what this means is a couple different things. It means that their dividend payment is very safe. They currently have a dividend payout ratio of about 33%, which means that they could completely double this dividend moving forward and still retain over 30% of the money that they make within the company and invest it internally as opposed to paying it out to shareholders. It also means that Microsoft can afford to increase their dividend like they have over the past 5 years at just about 10% per year. And the last thing is thank you guys for a great 2020. We grew this portfolio and this channel from 0 to now the channel is almost at 1,400 subscribers, and this portfolio, as you guys saw today, eclipsed $9,000 in value. Looking forward into 2021, there's a lot of videos that I have planned that will be coming out soon, and you guys can expect consistent weekly videos from me for the entire year. So, if you guys like that idea, make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you're notified whenever I post these videos. And if you like the brokerage that I used in this video, make sure you use the link in the description below. If you use that link and fund your account within the first 30 days, you'll be supporting this channel and you'll get $10 free to invest in M1 Finance. Once again, thank you guys for watching for a great 2020, and I will see you guys in next week's video.